What's up, guys? Welcome back to AI on Crypto, your favorite cryptocurrency channel. And today we're going to look at the entire cryptocurrency market and we're going to ask the question that's been on everybody's mind. Are we now in a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency bear market? Have we seen the best of the 2020-2021 bull cycle? And are we now in that dreaded crypto winter that follows each and every bull market thus far in our journey of cryptocurrency? So get ready. We're going to take a look at this right now. This is AI on Crypto. We talk about cryptocurrency prices and trends, altcoin gems, and all the things on the blockchain that are going to fill our bags to the max while keeping us far, far away from Wreck City. We focus on NFT, blockchain gaming, decentralized finance, and the latest and greatest altcoin news of the day. So if you're into that kind of content, hit subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss any future videos. And before we discuss whether or not the bull market is still going or whether or not it's over, I do need to remind everybody that I'm not a professional financial advisor. These are just my opinions meant for entertainment and information purposes only. Cryptocurrency is very risky. Do your own research before making any cryptocurrency purchasing decisions. Okay, to the subject at hand. Should we be looking at our decisions right now through the lens of a bear market? Or should we still be riding bullish momentum and making our decisions with the thought in mind that we're still in an upward cycle? Really, it's very difficult to say, but a lot of it's going to come down to your gut feeling when you're analyzing these personal decisions. And for me, my gut feeling is that the bull market is in a retracement period. I think that we're still on the way up, but I do believe that we've switched over from greed to fear. And there's a lot of things that tell us this, a lot of metrics and a lot of statistics and a lot of analysis that tells us we have switched over from a greed to a fear cycle. Now, this can fluctuate back and forth just like price, and you can go from a fear mindset to a greed mindset very quickly. So basically, my analysis is that we're still in the bull market, but that we are retracing. And I'm going to use the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index as the basis for my opinion here today. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. All right, guys, so what is the crypto Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index? There are organizations that each day analyze the emotions and sentiments from different sources and crunch them into one simple number, the Fear and Greed Index for Bitcoin and other large cryptocurrencies. The reason why this is a powerful indicator of whether or not we're in a bull cycle or a bear cycle is because that greed is actually very common in a bull market and fear is very common in a bear cycle. Investment markets are very psychological, and when there's a lot of fear, this leads to people selling and not making big purchases. When the greed is high, you've got people going in hardcore, making big buys, over leveraging themselves, and this leads, of course, to an increase in price. So what we've done temporarily, as indicated right here, we are in an extreme fear part of this index. So this is a number 17 ranking. Yesterday was a number 24, so it's actually a little bit more fearful than yesterday. One would be as scary as it could be in terms of the extreme fear, but last week was a 10. So we had more fear last week than we did this week, which kind of indicates to me that we could be at a bottom of this current correction, or we could be approaching the bottom. Now, of course, this is just my opinion. Now, if you look at last month, we had a high ranking of 64, which put us well into the greed mindset, with 100 being the highest possible score. So they actually chart this Fear and Greed Index number on a graph. And you can see here on a 90-day chart of this number, the last 90 days has generally been characterized by high greed. But over the last 30 days, we have flopped, and now we are down into the extreme fear mindset. Now, you might look at this and say, all right, well, we're in extreme fear mode, so that is a surefire signal that we are now in the permanent bear market. But that's not necessarily true, because if you track the fear and greed index scores across previous bull cycles, you'll actually see that it fluctuated from high to low during various portions of an extended bull market. So to me, the fact that we were in a more fearful mindset a week ago, considerably more by the way, than we were this week, kind of makes me feel that the levels of fear are subsiding. And I think after this little healthy retracement that we've just had, we're more likely to be going back on the march upward than we are sinking back into a permanent bull cycle. Of course, I could be wrong, but the longer we kind of trade sideways, to me, the less and less likely it is that we are in a new permanent bear cycle. And that is because when the bull market is truly over, the prices of cryptocurrencies tend to fall very rapidly, especially in altcoins. And guys, if you look at some of these tokens like Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, XRP, these guys are only down about 50% from the all-time high they hit this cycle. And that is not typical with previous bear cycles, because in previous bear cycles, you're looking at a very rapid decline in altcoin prices of 60-70% over a very short period of time. So the fact that these major altcoins have not really gone down that much, and now we've been trading sideways for a while, really makes me believe that we are just doing a healthy retracement and that we're about to continue upward. So have faith. Don't sell now if you're down. The best thing to do is to weather the storm. If you truly believe in your project, weather this storm and let it get back to wherever it was where you bought it, or wherever your highest value was holding it. Because what happens to us, guys, is we look at our portfolios and we see these big numbers, and then all of a sudden it's down 50%, and it really is hard to take psychologically if you're not stealing yourself and you're not ready for it mentally. So just be strong, and if you truly believe in your projects for the right reasons, hang in there. I believe we are on the way up. Now check this out. Why do they measure the fear and greed? The crypto market behavior is very emotional, like I just said. People tend to get greedy when the market is rising, which results in FOMO. Also, people sell their coins in a rational reaction when seeing red numbers. With the fear and greed index, we try to save you from your own emotional overreactions, and there are two simple assumptions. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. When investors are too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So when you look at that rationale there for tracking these numbers, then right now we are very, very fearful, almost as fearful as you can be. So according to that, that could mean it's a buying opportunity, which makes me think this is just a temporary retracement. So how do they come up with the greed and fear index? Well, 25% of the score is based on volatility. Another 25% is based on market momentum and volume. 15% is based on aggregated social media data. Another 15% is based on surveys that these organizations put out. 10% is on Bitcoin dominance. And another 10% is based on trends. And as you can see, guys, today we have a score of 17, which is extreme fear. So based on the rationale, when you have extreme fear, that is usually indicative of irrational sells, and this could be a great buying opportunity. So guys, based on this analysis of mine of the fear and greed index, as well as my gut feeling, as well as looking at a lot of the major altcoins only being down 20 to 50%, if not like Solana at their all-time highs, makes me believe the bull market is still on. So be positive. Also, check out news like this. Great bullish news like Coinbase debit card now working on Apple Pay. Apple Pay is a major and rising way that we're doing our transactions, and the fact that Apple Pay is getting into crypto is a big indicator to me that bullish momentum from the fundamental standpoint is on the way. And I see a lot of news coming in the short term from major cryptocurrency projects, as well as major traditional companies integrating into the blockchain tech. And I think we have a lot to look forward to as crypto investors. Just don't buy high and sell low, which is unfortunately what a lot of crypto investors do. And that leads to people losing money even in a bull market. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell for notifications, and we'll catch you on the next video.